With the 2017 season well underway, badminton's elite have braced themselves for the challenges ahead. The chase for top honours and ranking points is picking up as shuttlers battle to be the very best. Our cameras were in Seoul recently to find out how some of their finest are shaping up, and we sat down with Korea's women's singles ace, Sung Ji Hyun. The world number 3 is raring to go after a well-deserved break, and she aims to put last year's Rio Olympics setback firmly behind her.
일단은 2016년은 아무래도 이제 올림픽이 있던
The biggest highlight of 2016 was the Olympic Games, but unfortunately, I was unable to achieve the goals I had set for myself. But even with the disappointment, I also believe 2016 was a year in which I learned a lot and gained a lot of experience. I enjoyed the time off given to me after the Olympics, and I went on a family trip for the first time. My younger brother had a break from his national service, so it was great he was able to join the family trip as well.
마침 휴가가 이제 잘 날짜가 맞아서 그렇게 해서 이제 가족 여행을 갔다 왔어요.
Judging by the lively displays we've witnessed of Song on the training courts, it seems the frustrating experience at last year's Summer Games has made the Korean hungrier than ever. The 25-year-old had toiled hard preparing for the Rio Olympics, but those efforts had failed to translate into the success she craved so much.
아무래도 이제 올림픽이 제일 기억에 남는 것 같아요.
What I remember most about 2016 was the experience I had at the Olympic Games. Even now, I can recall my match against Carolina Marin in the quarterfinals in which I lost the match. I tried my best to perform well and get good results by training as hard as I could. However, I wasn't able to display my true abilities to reflect the amount of effort I had put in.
그게 제일 좀 아쉬운 것 같아요.
Post-Rio, the Korean shuttler didn't want to dwell on her Olympic misadventure and was determined to finish the year strongly. Song clinched the runner-up spot at the Victor Korea Open, reached the top 4 in France and China, secured the crown at the Jeju Victor 2016 Korea Masters Championships, and finished the year with another runner-up berth at the Dubai World Superseries finals. Her positive performances in the post-Olympic season made up for the disappointment in Rio as Song climbed into the top 3 of the BWF World Rankings.
일단은 올림픽 때
I was expected to win a medal at the Olympic Games, so I was under a lot of pressure and it became a heavy burden. After the Olympics, I was able to play much better in tournaments and it showed in my results. This is largely because I wasn't carrying any weight of expectations. I think I performed better when there's no unnecessary pressure.
편하게 가지면 잘 될 것 같아요.
But the Korean accepts that pressure comes with the territory for top players, especially with women's singles being in its most competitive phase. And Song is aware that the format has become an even playing field.
지금 일단 여자 단식에서는 이제 원래 마린 선수가
Dai Tuing from Chinese Taipei rose to number 1 in the women's singles world rankings, and she replaced Carolina Marin from Spain. In recent years, players from China and Korea are caught in the middle of a generational shift, and with this situation, I think it has made the women's singles category even more challenging and competitive. At the moment, many players are able to compete for top honors. I feel much the same as the others in the top of the world rankings. To maintain an elite ranking isn't easy, and the pressure on me is high. All the top 10 players are sure to experience this as well.
있는 부분들 같은 랭커들은 좀 이제
Aiding Song's cause to stay on top of her game is Sung Ji Hyun. The former Korean women's singles star joined the national coaching team for her second spell, and Song is delighted to have her back on board.
일단은 김지영 코치님 원래 이제 4년 전에도
4 years ago, I received training from Coach Sung Ji Hyun. Now she's back in the national team after 4 years of being away. With the relationship we've had before, I think we know each other pretty well. Coach Kim is familiar with the weaknesses in my game, and she has identified some of the areas I can develop further. But we have only started training sessions together, so it's still early days. I believe it will only be a matter of time before we will be able to fully adjust ourselves and adapt to each other's style.
그렇게 해서든 잘 맞춰 나갈 수 있을 것 같아요.
In the meantime, the hunt for distinction stays firm for Sung as she continues her pursuit of the highest honors in international badminton. And with a number of her young compatriots coming through from the junior ranks, Sung is relishing a more competitive training environment.
일단은 스스로한테 이제
I keep myself motivated as there are junior players who are getting better every day. I feel it's important that I use this as an incentive to spur me on to train harder and keep improving. I don't want to be upstaged by these younger players. With regards to international tournaments, I guess my biggest ambition is to maintain my world ranking in the top 5. This will feed my motivation a lot. As far as my career goes, I would like to win medals at the big international multi-sporting events like the Asian Games or the Olympics. This is important as I haven't managed to win one at either the Asian Games or the Olympics.
하는 동안 내 목표가 될 것 같아요.
If there's one quality that binds top athletes, it would be the drive to keep on going until they succeed. Korea's Sung Ji Hyun exemplifies this determination, and she'll be hoping her hard work will reap rewards soon.